Can you give a big cheer for Kevin Costner? Kevin, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
We talked a couple years ago, and it was very memorable for me. You may have forgotten me, but we're so excited you're coming to Minnesota. You're going to be at the Grandstand this Friday night with your band, the Modern West. Can you tell everybody what to expect?
Well, we play really loud, and we play our own music, and it's a band I've had together for about 17 years, and we've played all over the world, and to be able to come up and play what I'm told is the biggest state fair in the country, I said I'm pretty excited about that.
Well, we're excited to have you.
Oh, we really are, and we are such huge fans, of everything you do. We love Yellowstone.
You know who's warming up right now, though, in the Grandstand?
No, who?
Tim McGraw.
Okay, well, there you go.
There you go. He's going to be in the prequel to Yellowstone.
He is, yeah.
I know. Awesome.
And Faith's going to be there also.
I know. Are you pretty excited about a prequel for Yellowstone?
Well, yeah, I want to see what it is. It's like everybody else.
I believe it. Okay, so we've like gushed over you and found out every fact about you, but the #1 music critic and the oldest newspaper music critic is John Bream, and he works in the Twin Cities here at the Star Tribune, and he told us about great shows that everyone should get excited about on the first day of the fair last Thursday, and he ranted and raved about what a great musician you are and what a great band you have and how you were a musician before you even became an actor.
Yeah, well, I was raised in the church, and my mother and aunt and my grandmother, she was the choir director. So, music was everywhere. I was trained classically on the piano. But I did, I did find my way, into acting. And, but I just, I just never lost my love of music. Had a band in my 20s. And in fact, 2 of the guys that are in the band that people are going to see were in my first band. And so I appreciate what he said about our band, that we take a lot of pride in the music we write. We probably recorded over 100 songs, and I just try to make sure the cream gets to the top. And so we put out a big wall of music where everybody's excited about this one coming up.
The Tales from Yellowstone?
Yeah, Tales from Yellowstone is something that I've done on 2 of the projects. A lot of the songs that people hear were written during the making of a lot of movies I did, but Tales from Yellowstone and actually Hatfield and McCoy's, I made what's called a concept record on Hatfield and McCoy's. It's called Famous for Killing Each Other, and I basically write about my feelings while I'm making that movie. I write about the characters. The band does the same thing. That's all steeped in Appalachian style music. And Tales from Yellowstone, I do the exact same thing. I kind of write how I'm feeling. I start to write about the characters. We write musical cues, that ambience music, and it helps me kind of get into the character. And if the songs, rise to a level that I think should be recorded, that's what we do. And so they kind of serve 2 purposes. One, to kind of help me remember, what it was I was doing, or actually help inform me of how I'm actually, acting and what this time period's all about. So, Tales from Yellowstone has a lot of guys in the band singing, and it's just it's a concept record, and 3 or 4 of those songs will find themselves into the set that we play when we come there, and the rest of it, is just new songs we've been writing. And I would imagine with the audience, every song is going to feel like a new song, but they're friendly. They're about something, and we think our lives are really similar to everybody else's out there in the audience, and we hope that our music speaks out loud that way.
Well, we're thrilled. We're going to be joining you, and hopefully we're going to sell some tickets. So a lot of people from the Twin Cities are going to be joining you. Did I hear there's sort of a Q&A session during the concert, or?
Well, I think I've heard that too. I'm kind of a passenger in my own life, but I think that for some reason the audience wanted to have there be a Q&A, and that's after the band plays for about 45 minutes, I guess. And then after that, I think they're going to play the movie Field of Dreams. So it sounds like it's a long night. So I hope people see the band. If they want to stick around, I think people are going to ask me some questions, and then that's going to lead into the movie. I'm kind of probably play a little bit of a home movie in between the band finishing and setting up for that 45 minutes. So there's a special treat for anybody who sees kind of what it's like to be on a certain movie, a little bit of behind the scenes. So
that's so cool. If you're just
right
joining
now, I'm
us,
planning on showing that. So you just get a taste maybe of how my life works.
We really want a taste of it.
Just kidding. Kevin, that sounded so bad.
I know. I didn't mean to make it sound so bad.
Kevin, I have a question for you. What is the question that everyone asks you?
What is the what?
She's so lazy.
What is the question that everybody asks you that you always get asked?
Yeah, well, people want to ask a lot about what's your favorite movie, and I have a lot, but what I really end up saying ultimately is the thing I'm kind of most proud of is that my career doesn't revolve around a single movie. I would hate to think that when people come up to me, it's always the same movie. I'm glad that the movies I've done over my career speak out loud to people. So there's about 12, 14 movies that are going to come up. And sometimes I'm even surprised by another movie that I've done. But I'm really happy that the movies I've done, speak to people. And I almost never know what they're going to say. But when they ask me my favorite, it's like, how do you talk about your kids,
Right.
Right. Well, that's a nice way to put it, because I bet everyone wants to know that. Okay, so we were also touched when we actually watched the Field of Dreams baseball game, 3 weeks ago or something in Iowa? How was that experience?
Well, I really appreciated Major League Baseball because they wanted me to come. I wasn't sure, but I said, look, if I come, can we play it silent? Can we deal with the mythology of the movie? That 30 years later, it is actually here, which means, can we do this without words? Can we let the music take us to that place? And that's hard for television, to give up that much time and have no talking, just be quiet. But they trusted me. And so when I came out of the corn, I know a lot of people were watching. And I had a lot of friends that were up in the stands. And about 20 seconds in, the audience started to get it. They started to say, he doesn't see us. He's not seeing us. And I so appreciated that that's what happened. And the music continued to play. And it played for another minute that way. And people began to have their own thoughts. And, some of the hair started to stand up on the back of their necks. And when the players came out and there was still no talking, it wasn't anybody going, and now the players. It was not interrupted. People got a chance. This little movie that was made 30 years ago that talked about things that are so hard for fathers and sons to talk about. And all of a sudden, we're lodged in that place. And it was really beautiful.
It was so touching, and what a great baseball game. On top of it, the ending was unbelievable. That was just so much fun to watch. If you're just joining us, we're talking with Kevin Costner, and he's going to be here on Friday night at the Grandstand with the Modern West Band. Teddy Morgan, I believe, is in your band, and he's from Minneapolis.
Yeah, well, Teddy is just such a strength of our band, and he's a beautiful guy, beautiful musician. He produces all of our records, and he's an incredible guitar player. And it's just a privilege to be on stage with him as well as the other guys.
Oh, that's so nice. I know his family's listening, and I'm just making all that up right now, Kevin. But here's the one.
Me too.
Okay,
Teddy's a drunk.
Good job on both of our parts. Okay, so my friends, I think so many people, we have been obsessed with Yellowstone, and we have been, you took us through this COVID summer last year. And so this summer, we're just waiting for it. I know we have to wait till November 7th for it. But and our family lives in Bozeman, and you've done wonders for that city too, by the way. What is that like, being a part of such a hit on TV?
Well, you always hope that whatever you do is taken seriously. I mean, when we're kids, it doesn't matter what we bring home from school. It doesn't matter how good the painting is or how rotten it is. Your mom puts it on the refrigerator, and what you do goes there regardless of anybody else likes it. Your mother loves it. That's what makes moms the things that we just can't replace our moms. And the best moms, they put it up. Even as bad as it is, they put it up there. But when you go to work professionally, you hope that the work you do, people can walk away from it. They can dismiss it. They can not. And in this instance, the people have really rallied around the show, and it's because of the writing, and it's because of the what nature has given us, and the actors are doing really well. And it's just well written, and it's our own little drama, and that take out there with a life that still is happening. There's people still getting up before the sun and going to bed long after it.
Well, it was such a what do you call it when it ends on a high note, Lori? What is it called? An ending. The ending.
Pinnacle?
No. Oh, for God's sakes, my Lori's worthless today. No, you ended like on a, what is that called, Kevin? When you end something, you're like, oh my gosh, I can't wait. Cliffhanger. Thank you.
Jeez.
Yeah, you too. I can see where you're going with this next question. I can't give that up to you. So I hope people aren't disappointed. I hope they're just as thrilled as they have been with everything. So
is there going to be this isn't the last season, this season 4, is it?
Oh, see, you're just coming at me from all different angles. I just can't believe it. And I can't tell if it's Lori or Julia.
It's Julia. I'm the one that you've met before. You have a special place with all of us. I'm sorry that it's me.
Listen, what we all want to be in life, even the people watching, listening, is we want to be surprised. I hope people are surprised when our band plays. I hope you're surprised when you watch the Yellowstone. I hope you're surprised and pleased with anything I make going forward. Because an audience is something I have on my shoulder when I decide to do something. And that's been since the beginning of my career. And I know I'm making it for myself, but I understand that I'm not making it just for my mom.
Okay. Well, I bet she loves your work too, though. This has just been such a treat for us talking to you, Mr. Kevin Costner. And I hope you're not surprised when we come up on stage Friday night and I start asking you questions. We won't, I promise.
Okay, well, there's a bunch of security there, right?
I know.
They're gonna. All right. Okay.
We're in with the people.
Well, listen. Make sure you do. Both of you do come up and say hello. So
we will say hello.
We would love it. So much time, and I do hope people come. And I promise we're going to play loud, and we're going to play the songs that mean something to us. Hopefully, it'll mean something to you.
We can't wait. We gotta go. We are live at the Minnesota State Fair.
Thanks, Kevin
Costner, and the Modern West tickets are available where you buy your tickets for the Minnesota State Fair. Can't wait to meet you and see you and listen to you and just have fun with you on Friday night. Thank you for your time.
Great. See you guys then.
Okay, then. All right. This is Lori and Julia. We're live at the Minnesota State Fair. I'm just going to say smitten kittens, and we're going to be right back.